Ahmed and you're watching my official YouTube channel. In this video we're going to talk about meta learning. So meta learning is basically the science behind the very process of learning. How humans learn, how we adapt, and how we pick things up and how we kind of deduct patterns and recognize patterns and then build our understanding of the world, right? That's what learning means. Sorry. So in this video I'm going to talk about three principles, three tools that are very fundamental, I believe, and they can drastically help you in the journey of learning by yourself, right? Self-learning. So mostly I'm not well, exceptions are always there, but mostly people depend on the system, which means the school or a college or a university, to tell them how to do, what to do, and everything, when to do, what to do, and all those questions are answered by the system or the people or the support, right? But when you're doing something on your own, that could be due to any reason. Firstly, it may be due to the reason you want to maybe want to explore something a bit advanced than what is already being taught in the majority of the system that is there for most people. So in that case, there could be many other reasons, but this is one of the most common reasons. So what you have to do is basically improve, or let's just say learn more about how to learn, right? That's a very important question. It's the first step for anyone who wants to use internet, YouTube, or anything that's available. We know that there are many great valuable resources available for anyone to access at any point from anywhere. So I believe anyone who wants to learn, who wants to improve themselves, who want to educate themselves, because that's what education really means. Education doesn't necessarily mean to go through a system of paths which may force upon you to do things that you may not want to do or you're not interested in doing, right? Because everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses, and there is no fit for all. So I think if you're one of those people, right, you must watch this video till the end. So first thing, we should start with spaced repetition. Spaced repetition is the most basic, as basic as it gets. So spaced repetition, in simple words, you're learning something, you're repeating it again and again and again over a period of time. That could be a day, that could be an hour, that could be 10 minutes. So repetition is very important. Brain loves repetition. The more you repeat something, the more likely it will be for your brain to retain it. That's how memory works. Memory wants constant repetition over a period of time. There's a very famous quote that goes something like, use it or lose it, right? So you're gonna have to keep using that concept, that idea, and applying it in your life, in whatever you're doing or wherever you can apply it, in order to retain it. Otherwise you're gonna forget it, and forgetfulness is one of the biggest diseases found in this modern world. ADHD is real. There's so many mental illnesses so common these days, especially people who have had the early access to the technology and screen and social media. So this is the first thing, spaced repetition. Second thing is interleaving. Interleaving, this very concept says that you don't try to or attempt to understand a concept in its entirety in one single attempt, which means that you allow your brain to deduct, right? You give it some information here and there, and it will try to organize it. It will try to see what's there and what it could be, right? And it takes time. Interleaving will give your brain the time to kind of put everything in order, in structure, and to retain it for longer. Interleaving can work in many ways, especially and most especially if you're trying to build a skill, right? Knowledge sets is a very different thing, but when we're talking about language, interleaving could be really helpful. For example, let me give an example. Sorry. Let's say you want to learn new vocabulary, you want to learn 3 or 5 new words. What you could do is, firstly, you identify the words. Now you want to understand them into a context, right? You go to ChatGPT or you go to internet, you search for any content that's available, which includes or employs that sort of vocabulary, because context is very important. You cannot isolate or alienate verbs. That doesn't work. Isolation of vocabulary from the context, from the emotion, from that content is not necessarily a good or smart way of learning that vocabulary. So you will expose yourself to that content, that context, and you will not read it. Let's say it's a book, let's say it's a chapter of a book. You won't read it till you understand all of it. You will learn some parts of it here and there, and you allow your brain to understand, right? And it's going to be uncomfortable. And remember, discomfort is inevitable. If you want to learn, you need to be able to train. You need to train yourself to face the discomfort. Now let's move on to the third thing. We talked about spaced repetition. We talked about interleaving. Now we're going to talk about another topic, that is, or let's say, a principle